Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens. A sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, let me share a story. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast, and for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy...
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcend. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers. As for me, I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day, I too will pass away. And when I bid farewell to this world, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers on it.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, out of Laziness. I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your way?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins? Are you willing to accept the process of atonement? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them.
Praise Sheepy.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sin.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land.
I see. Please, go.
My children were starving. And I hoped they'd have a chance at some... But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Next, please step forward.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony.
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. That's it. Nothing more.
Do you seek to atone?
My sins? Starting to sound like a sin. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the Watchmaker? Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crime? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand, even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Yang.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Dear, it's
It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here! Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon!
The moon?
Yeah. Look at me. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such length?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living. It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do what...
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How...
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. See you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means... However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value. And even the weak believe in it, survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness. Although in its nascent form, isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dreams?
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I...
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time for a stroll.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you...
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room.
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive material. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments.
How heart-wrenching.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me, my true appearance. Huh? I hope you never have to...
So... you'll be living forever in this dreamscape.
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well... I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. And I'll treasure every moment I spend here. How I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Look what we have here. A lovely young brother. What a surprise to...
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, They're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in charge.
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. At Penacony, the land of the
Stop it.
What's the rush?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams? Well, I've done my part. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this...
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost him.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation tech. That path may have been more ordinary and challenging. But now, he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state. Is Penacony granting these people a future?
Well, don't forget this. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing. Do you remember how we took in that little charming...
Yeah, we took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave...
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak, even in this carefree dream. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic string. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon...
I see. Then, I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of...
Of course I do. It's just that it includes you.
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the...
It's a deal.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord...
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete, but pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to try. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals and won't grant us. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most, and since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it... Even if we succeed, it's too risky. So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question. Why are you speaking like the General of the Law Fu? So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions, or something. And it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Rob.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to...
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that databank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorch Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers. If you have ambition, dreams, and the drive, dear...
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves! Oh, I'm starting to get excited!
Behold, here come 4 friends with spirits high and full of steel. Are you...
Is he talking about us?
Yes, you! There's no doubt about it,
Excuse me, you 4. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners.
People are pouring in. It kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, make way. Make way. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Ideen Lena. My 4 friends...
Hello, everybody.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities? Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the fan... Don't expose my net handle to everyone! Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious.
Grab a bottle of soap.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a black.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed once. During a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That's sweet. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as... Ha-ha! That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits.
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer Tand. In the last stage, you will... Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now,
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorch Sand. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 Now, make your...
The stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline. Your task is to bring those... Also, a bit of trivia.
We are running out of time.
Oh, just take a look, you 2. Envision that you both, driven by... You're driving an old club... Now, Mr. Greyhair.
Do you usually express disappointment this way?
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Very good, very intense. And then we
story's next scene. Suddenly, now, Mr. Greyhair. But at this moment, your partner...
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed.
Fantastic! Up next, you'll be...
I hope these tests won't take too...
Here, you two are required picking up from where we left off. A heavy downpour saves you both stranded in... At this moment, what should you do?
You look less like you want to make me laugh. You seriously think that would make someone laugh? The test now is about body... What? What?
Right answer! Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope and... A tug at the heartstring! You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled...
Get up!
Fantastic! But it's a pity. You're
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment.
Of course! Absolute! However, the true...
Welcome to the fun. Two companions arrive on many years later. Against the backdrop of a revived, give it a shot. Try and convey this.
This is never going to end.
Your performance is flawed. Cut!
Huh? We haven't even done anything!
It's so touching. Your portrayal outdoes the original. Beautiful!
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but look at the time! You finished much faster than that redhead.
That red-hair contestant.
You'll find out eventually. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll think. And now, dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created. It is said that these cartoons enter into the world of Hanu.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are control.
Very good. In this Hanu's adventure episode, alas, Hanu presently is...
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. Oh my! Listen closely, Hanu. But you know what? You'll... Now scurry along. I can't wait to see you.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot. It appears we can't climb the stick. Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of... Hurry now!
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that... Han? What exactly is he talking?
Tick-tock! It's time for me!
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do... Hanu says, battle! The enemy is at our doorstep! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. What? Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies? Last we saw what brave
But...
Guess what? Hanu's favorite butt!
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome. The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the Soaring Locust, too. Careful. It looks like... Here we go again. But no big deal. That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Honor is honor.
Well, that's that.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But in the final stage, you will face the defending champion. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival.